We went down to Boyart Brook this morning, refuelled, filled up the water tanks, emptied the black water, and yeah, the old coaster's driving okay despite her injuries. And we've now come down to Eulin Crossing, nice little spot here. Dorothy wanted to spend more time last time we were here, so we've come into that. There's a little robin on the front. So we just pulled into a spot by the river here and spend the night here. It's a nice little spot. No kayak this time, unfortunately. We did bring that down last time. That was a trip, I think, last year. It's a pleasant little place. Now, this is listed by Wikicamps as no longer for camping. Wrong. We rang the Shire this morning, and it most definitely is still available for camping. We came in the southern route this time. Sometimes the road across the ford gets closed, and people might mistake that for closing the campsite, which is not correct. But anyway, it's open and you can camp here. And it's a beautiful little spot. The word is, of course, don't come here on weekends, because it is known to be a bit of a local party hangout. Now, I know we've been to Eulin Crossing a few times in the past and have filmed it fairly comprehensively, I guess. But it's all part of this trip, so still have to put a little bit of footage in. Nice little spot over there. I think that's the best spot. You've got a table and chairs in front of you, and river views right next to the vehicle, so I tend to like that spot. People with smaller rigs can get in right here. If they want to come in from the side there, they can come around. You can see a bit popular with campfires by the looks of it. Right next to the water. Pretty nice spot for it, I guess. And despite all the rain here, I didn't come into this area at the back because I thought it might have just been a bit soft. I was worried about that the last time we came in here. But it's actually quite alright. It's quite hard. That's where these little scooters really come in handy when you want to get somewhere, and it's a little far to walk. Hop on one of these and scoot along, although I got to say the gravel track I was on was a little bit slippery. It was definitely a two-handed job, which is why I didn't film myself coming down here. I haven't charged it up for a while. I don't know if you can see that, but it's still showing full charge at the moment. Plenty of fresh water if we want any to wash with, at least. Don't have to worry about that. Yeah, very pleasant little spot where we're parked up. You see the river flowing through the trees up here. They have had a fair bit of rain around recently apparently, so no signs saying that it's closed, at least not down by the crossing. I might go back via the main road instead of using the side track. Good little scooter, a lot of fun. You'll hear me say that a lot. And on these fairly smooth gravel roads, it's not bad to ride. Yeah, this bit here normally doesn't have a lot of water in it, so it's coming down from somewhere up that way. Usually this bit's quite dry. Okay, let's shoot along, see what we can get. Not too bad on this sort of road, it's quite smooth, not a lot of loose gravel on it. But when you've got loose gravel, just a bit dodgy driving one of these things. Don't want to go too fast on it. You could easily get out of control riding with one hand. So I'll shoot back along the main road, as I can probably manage that. A bit more one-handed than I could the loose gravel anyway. That's the new track that they've put through to the campsite, and that's the one that's quite gravelly. So I'm going to shoot up the main road. I'm going to put the camera away now because I want to go a bit quicker than that, but I'll shoot up the main road and see what I can see in the way of wildflowers along the road edge, but I don't know there's going to be much here. The wildflowers are a bit sort of meh at the moment. A few birds around, but it's a very pretty place to just sit and relax for a while.
So cute, Matt.
They're very territorial this time of year. Okay, so this is roast chicken night, and this is the thing we do it on. I had one of these years ago. They used to sell them. All the electrical stores had them. I don't know what happened to the one I had. I can't remember. Somehow it disappeared, and we found this one in an op shop somewhere. Brilliant little cooker. You do need a generator to use it, but you put a chicken in here or a roast in here for about an hour and it does a brilliant job. I'll come back and show you a little bit later what it's like, but it's a rotisserie, and it's in the past done chicken to absolute perfection. Now, from previous experience, you need about a 2 kVA generator to run this. We've currently got a 3, so we don't have any problems at all. And it takes about an hour. Added benefit with this, it's cold weather like it is at the moment, you can use it as an internal heater, and it will warm the place up nicely as well as making it smell great. Chicken's coming on nicely, and just starting to cook some chips to go with it. Got that down in the pan here. You can't quite see the right colour of the chicken in there because the lighting in here isn't brilliant, but you can see the heating element at the back there, and the old chook turning around nicely. It smells brilliant. It smells so good in here right now. We are starving. Okay guys, here's the end result. Nice bit of roast chicken, some lightly fried chips. Not exactly the most fancy meal in the world, but it smells brilliant, and I think it's going to taste pretty good too. Well, today we are going to have a look at some of the little local halls around the area. We're near the little town of Cullicup at the moment. I'm not sure if that's how you pronounce it. Cullicup. And this is the nature reserve. We're just having a quick look around to see what wildflowers we can find here before we go into the little settlement. I think there's a little church there. So we'll go and have a look, see what's there. And we've got about 4 or 5 different little halls around the area to have a look at. Where we'll stay tonight, not sure until we find a place that Whoa, there's some definite mozzies around here. Just have to have one land right on my glasses. We haven't suffered from mozzies at all so far, but yeah, daylight hours and they're after me, so I have to be a bit careful around here. We were right by the water yesterday, and we only saw one mozzie the whole time we were there. But anyway, we'll just have a little look around here and see what wildflowers there are. It looks fairly barren to me at the moment, but you never know, you might find some orchids hiding in there somewhere. Well, we found fairies, some pink fairies, cowslips, and a couple of species of donkey orchid so far, and that's just looking around the roadside here. Not a lot of heavy blooming going on yet here, but probably will be more later on. We're just going to keep looking along the road edges here, see what we can find. A bit of Dryandra out, lots and lots of Drosera, that's the sundew plants. So always worth checking out, even if an area doesn't look that great. If there's not heavy blooming going on, you still might find something. So that's 3 species of orchid here, well actually 4, because there's 2 types of donkey orchid. So yeah, we'll just continue wandering around, see what we can find. So it's the tiny little settlement at Quailiup. Just came out here to have a look at the poor old hall. Does not look in very good shape. Hasn't had much maintenance. Pretty big, but yeah, hasn't had much care and attention for a while by the looks of it. So it's saying asbestos contaminating materials are presumed to be in this location. I don't know.
You can go in.
Yeah. And we'll have a squeeze. And we'll have a proper look at it since the door's open.
Working condition if they're not using this place.
Yeah. There's the old kitchen. The old Metters stove. I presume that's a Metters. Still got fridges in here. Yeah.
Maybe some people might use it for something.
Yeah.
Chairs.
Oh, some of the roof up there doesn't look too crash hot. All the old. These old plates, these are pretty typical of the old halls. You see a lot of these around the place, all the old pink and yellow plates.
So that must be like there's 70 chairs if you're interested.
Yeah, okay.
See, there's dishwasher in it.
So, yeah, we've got a Quailiup Golf Club. Wow. 1976, 69 to 76. Always nice to have a look at the insides if they're open. Make sure we leave it the way we found it. And that's a look at the old Quailiup Hall. So this is Murradup, Hopefully I'm pronouncing it correctly again. It's an old church here that's been turned into a private residence by the looks of it. This is just along the Weir Brook to Kojonup Road, so building's been repurposed, which is a good thing. And here we have the Marianne Agricultural Hall, and as you can see from the date on there, built in 1909, so dates back a fair way. One of the more substantial halls. It's not asbestos and wood. Let's have a sticky beak inside. That one is still in good shape, looks like it's still in use. That's good to see. Always love to see these places being used, still part of the communities that they've served for such a long time, over 100 years old now. Really nice old hall, this one. Couple of brick chimneys there. Let's see, can we see anything through here? Probably not. No, unfortunately, not much to see in there anyway. Inside toilet, which is a bit unusual for halls. Usually the toilets are on the outside. Sort of indicates a more substantial town to have the toilets on the inside. This one's almost got the look of a school building to it. All it needs is a white stripe along it. A little bit of a cross between a hall, a school building and a church in the style of building. And this poor little structure here is apparently Orchid Valley Hall. Wasn't quite expecting it to be in that kind of shape, but we're going to have a look around the bush here, see if we can find any orchids at all or any other wildflowers. So when we pulled in, we thought this might be the hall, but no, it's apparently an old school. Dates from 1935. There's a signboard over here. Okay, according to that, it's from 1935 to 1943. So it's an old school building. Yeah. Fireplace there. It's an old sink. CWA sign up there. Fireplace in the corner, old cupboard. Someone's done a bit of a mural up here. Interesting. Been a while since this has been in use for anything at all, I suppose, but I love the mural, that's pretty good. Not a lot to show you. Bit of a hole in the floor. Someone hid their treasure down there, perhaps. Wow. It's a very interesting old school building there. I wonder if there's two rooms here. I wonder if the other one's open. Oh, a bit echoey. another room in here. I don't know if this is open or not. Oh yes, it is. Rather nice that they don't lock it up tight. Oh, we got a little birdie coming in and out there. Someone's just left a pamphlet of something there. Old cupboards. You can see the birds are making use of this by all the bird poop on the floor. Unfortunately, the bottom of the door knocked out there. Old cupboard, sink, a bigger fireplace. Yeah, interesting old building. Some old wooden table there. Not quite sure what that would... Oh, that's a water pipe going down from the sink. Okay. And we have steak and salad with the lot, eh? $1.50 is that. Wonder how long ago that was. Really nice to be able to come in and have a look at this place. So interesting. I love these old buildings. It's just out here in the middle of nowhere on its own. There's just farmland all around us. That's a little bush block. Let's make sure we close it all up. Always leave things the way you found them. The old side of the building, or the back of the building I should say. So all the little farmers' kiddies from 35 to 43 during that era would have been sent out here to come to school. This is the old toilet block. I wouldn't imagine that's been used in quite a while. That's not looking too flash. Bit of a bush block here, but it's not looking like there's a lot of in the way of wildflowers, unfortunately. Got a bit of an old bough shed here, would have had probably twigs and leaves and that as a roof. And looks like that's where the kids would have come to have their lunch. Surprising that that's still in reasonably good shape compared to its age, I guess. And it's fallen off the post there, but still see the old chook wire on top, and they would have just put branches and stuff on top of that to provide shade. And the old planks that the kiddies would have once sat down on. Table's long gone, that's fallen off. Very interesting to see this. There could be the remnants of an old tennis court there, perhaps. So it's all fenced off this side. You can see the school building from here. Yeah, definite. This is all bitumised. So yeah, pretty much would be the playground and maybe tennis court, that sort of thing. And the kids would have come out to play. Fantastic. I absolutely love this little site. Great character to it. I really haven't seen anything like that before. Out behind the school there's this very big open area if anyone was looking for an overnighter. Pretty nice spot out here, big, plenty of room to turn around. Ground is hard, so there's some hay bales stored over in the corner there, but quite a good spot, historically interesting, and nice little spot out here that you could probably spend a night. We still haven't made up our minds whether we'll stay here tonight or not, but guess it's a possibility.